Hi, everyone. Thank you for joining Parkinson Voice Project for today's online Speak Out Home practice session. In the United States today, it is Memorial Day, a day when we remember and honor those brave men and women who lost their lives while protecting our freedom. Today's session is dedicated to Lieutenant Marion Sandy Kepner. Many of you know Alan from Rio Vista, California. If you practice online on our website, you definitely know who Alan and Charlie are. Alan is a Speak Out graduate. He is also a Parkinson voice advocate, so he is in our patient volunteer group, and he's very active in the chat on our website. Alan asked us to dedicate today's Memorial Day session to his bunkmate who served with him in the Marines in Vietnam. And Lieutenant Marion Sandy Kepner lost his life in Vietnam. And we have a beautiful letter. It's a really neat letter, actually, that Sandy wrote while in Vietnam, and we'll be using that for today's bonus reading. So, Alan, thank you for this special session. I think it's going to be very nice and help us to remember what Memorial Day is really all about. Let's all take a sip of water, with intent, of course, and then we'll get started on the Speak Out exercises. The first Speak Out exercise is the may, me, my, mo, moo. I want you to project your voice forward with lots of intent. Ready? May, me, my, mo, moo. Make sure to connect as many sounds as you can. Ready? May, me, my, mo, moo. We're warming up the voice. May, me, my, mo, moo. Lift your voice and project it over your computer. Let's do it again. May, me, my, mo, moo. We are taking control of our voice. We are not letting Parkinson's take control of our voice. Let's do it one more time. Let's be more deliberate. May, me, my, mo, moo. Very good. Let's go ahead and take a sip of water with intent. We need to take plenty of sips of water. We are strengthening the muscles we use for speaking and swallowing, and we're doing it in a good way. Speak Out exercise number 2, the ahs. Deliberately open the mouth wide and then project that ah forward, over, just let it fly over your computer, and we'll hold it for about 10 seconds. Here we go. Ah. You should feel it going forward while you're doing it. Let's do it again. We're trying to keep the sound consistent. Don't let it trail off at the end. Ready? Good. Let's do it again. Let's do a shorter one. Last one. When you work with a speech pathologist one-on-one, you will probably do at least 10 of these ahs during your therapy session. But for home practice, we usually just do 5. Let's all take a sip of water with intent. Behind me, you probably noticed the beautiful painting of the Parkinson's tulips. That was painted by Alan, who inspired today's session. And thank you, Alan. It's a beautiful painting, and it shows up so good during these online sessions. So it's neat that all of our online friends can enjoy it too. We're moving on to the third speak out exercise. I want you to project an ah forward and slowly glide up. Try to get as many little notes in there as you can. Ready? Ah. Ah. The sound is always in front of you. That's why the program's called Speak Out. Let's do it again. Ah. Ah. Good. I know it's not hard. Really think about those little notes. So listen to me first. Ah. Try to do what I'm doing. Ready? Ah. Ah. Very good. Let's do another one. We're working hard. Ready? Ah. Ah. It takes a lot of control and coordination to be able to do that exercise with a nice, clear voice. I know it's not easy, but this is where the Speak Out therapy can help you. You can work one-on-one with your speech pathologist to get that glide. It's so important for swallowing and also for the expression of your voice. So many people with Parkinson's end up with a monotone voice. We don't want that, so this exercise targets that. Let's do one more glide with intent. Ah. Ah. Very good. Let's take a sip of water. All right, the next speak out exercise, the counting, okay? We're going to do the counting. I want you to connect the numbers. Make sure you are lifting and speaking out when you say each number. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Good. Let's go backwards with more intent. 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. exaggerating every number. We're lifting it and speaking out. Let's go down now. Ready? 1, 7. Oops, sorry. Let's try it again. 1, 4, 7, 10. Don't trail off. 2, 5, 8, 11. 3, 6, 9, 12. Very good. I am working hard. Are you working hard? On a scale of 1 to 10, what number are you at? And by the way, are you enjoying the new chat feature on our website? You will not see the chat unless you type in your nickname, okay? And it's nice to put where you're from so we can see where everybody's practicing from around the world. So I would put Samantha from Dallas. Go ahead and put your nickname in there. Then you can see the chat. You should also be able to use the GIFs now. And those are those cute animations that you can add. There's also emojis, and it's just a way to build community and to connect with your fellow Parkinsonians during this time. But make sure you are not chatting so much that you're not exercising your voice. All right. We're moving on to the reading. Today is Memorial Day, and thank you to Alan from Rio Vista, California, who inspired today's session. Let's first read some sentences. Here we go. With intent, exaggerate those highlighted words. Memorial Day is a day to remember and honor. Again, Memorial Day is a day to remember and honor. We remember and honor those who gave their lives while serving. Again, we remember and honor those who gave their lives while serving. And it was really important to Alan that we recognize this. This is not Happy Memorial Day. This is not, a happy day, especially for those who lost someone while they were serving. This is a day to remember and to honor. Let's read the next one with intent. Here men endured that a nation might live. Again, here men endured that a nation might live. Next, let their remembrance be as lasting as the land they honored. Say every word with intent. Let's do it again. Let their remembrance be as lasting as the land they honored. Next, no duty is more urgent than that of returning thanks. Again, no duty is more urgent than that of returning thanks. Are you with me? Are you reading with intent? Next, all gave something, some gave all. Stretch out, exaggerate the highlighted word, read it again. All gave something, some gave all. Go ahead and take a sip of water before we move on to the cognitive exercise. Did you serve in the military? Go ahead and tell us about that. Did you lose somebody special, someone close to you who was serving in the military? And if you're joining us from another country, do you have a special day like we do, a Memorial Day? And when do you celebrate, or when do you recognize that? Again, not celebrate, but when do you recognize those who served and lost their lives in your country? All right. We're going to name items and categories, and we are working on speaking with intent. The hardest part of this program is taking what you learned during the exercises and then applying it to real life conversation. What are some ways we can honor the men and women who died while serving? Say every word with intent. We're not going to read these, but these are some ideas. You can just scan those that Lisa came up with. And thank you to Lisa for putting all this together for us today. Next category, ways to learn more about men and women who gave their lives serving. There are a number of letters written by Lieutenant Marion Sandy Kepner, who we are honoring today, thanks to Alan. That was his bunkmate. And these letters were published by the family. And for our bonus reading, we're going to read an excerpt from one of these letters. Ways to support and honor today's men and women in the service and their families. Say every word with intent. Let's read what Lisa came up with together. Ready? Support military organizations that provide support. Help run errands for families with a deployed dad or mom. Adopt a soldier. Provide needed items or gifts. All good ideas. I really like that. And this is a good time. Go ahead and take a sip of water. This is a good time to let you know. Did you know that Parkinson Voice Project is training speech-language pathologists in 55 VA medical centers around the country? Did you know that? It's a very big priority for us, especially considering the connection between, let's say, Vietnam and Agent Orange and Parkinson's. So we are currently training speech pathologists in 55 VA medical centers around the country. I'm very proud of this. All right. Dr. Boone's words. I want you to exaggerate the G's, the K's, and the NG's. Say each one twice. Ready? Gu la gung ga ga. Let me take a sip of water. All right, one more time, the top one. Gu la gung ga ga. The next one. Ku ka man gu ka. Again. Ku ka man gu ka. Ready? Gungla. Gungla. And the next. Kukla. Kukla. All right, let's take a sip of water. We're moving on to the bonus reading. And for this special day, Memorial Day, we are going to read an excerpt from a letter written by Lieutenant Marion Sandy Kepner. Again, this was Alan's bunkmate in Vietnam who lost his life. They were serving in the Marines together, and I really thank you, Alan, for telling us about Sandy. Let's read all of this together with intent. Ready? I have received all packages sent parcel post and air mail at the same time. I have received no magazines lately, but did get a Christmas box from the Sterlings, which was full of good things and kind thoughts and was very much appreciated. In the next package, could you include 1 can of saddle soap, 1 bottle of Tabasco sauce, and about 100 notebook pages of the type and size I have included herein? By the way, your thinking on the packages is great. Just when I am running out of things like soap, shampoo, etc., I get a box of them. We're going to read it again with more intent, okay? Like really exercise those muscles, speak out. This should not sound like conversation. Put forth more effort. Ready? I have received all packages sent parcel, post, and air mail at the same time. At the same time. Say that with me. At the same time. I have received no magazines lately, but did get a Christmas box from the Sterlings, which was full of good things and kind thoughts and was very much appreciated. In the next package, could you include 1 can of saddle soap, 1 bottle of Tabasco sauce, and about 100 notebook pages of the type and size I have included herein? By the way, your thinking on the packages is great. Just when I am running out of things like soap, shampoo, etc., I get a box of them. I just love this. And by the way, does anybody have a recommendation for a charity where I might be able to go and volunteer and put these packages together or write letters? I'm having a hard time finding one that is reputable. Okay, so if you have any ideas, please send them to me at intent@parkinsonvoiceproject.org. Thank you for practicing with me today. It is so important that you warm up your voice all the time before getting together with family and friends. And Alan, thank you for this special session and telling us about your bunkmate, Lieutenant Marion Sandy Kepner, who lost his life in Vietnam. Thank you to him and all of our fallen soldiers. I'll see y'all tomorrow.